Okay, today I'd like to teach you how to do the factor tree. Factor tree is basically just finding out the prime factors of a certain number. Learning how to do this is very important in learning how to successfully do the reduction or reduce your fractions into simplest form. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's try to find the prime factors of the following. Okay, for the first number, let's try 48. Okay, so I discussed this one today in school, and I'm preparing this video so you can watch this one together with your parents so they can help you work on some more problems so that by next week, hopefully you'll be up and ready for the equivalent fractions and we could start doing our operations. All right, so let's start with 48. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is just think of any two factors for 48. Just any two that will come up with a 48. Two factors that will be equal to 48 when you multiply each other. So you can do 4 times 12, but for me, I'll try 8 times 6. Okay, so 8 times 6, that's 48. Okay, so you need to find two factors that will be equal to 48. It does not matter which pair you want, but for as long as these are factors that will equal to 48. Okay, so this is the next thing that you need to ask. Are there any factors for 8 and also for 6 other than 1 in itself? Well, for 8 there is, because 48 can also be factored by 4 and 2. That's correct, isn't it correct? Okay. And then after you factored out 8 into 4 and 2, you ask the same question. Is 4 already a prime, or do you still have factors for 4 other than 1 in itself? Yes, you do, right? But how about 2? Okay, 2 is already a prime number. Okay, so you start encircling number 2. When you encircle a number, that means it is already a prime number. So you just kind of take note of that. Okay, so let's go back to 4. Since 4 can be factored, we factor that one with 2 and 2 because 4 equals 2 times 2. And then when you get to 2 and 2, they are, I mean 2 is a prime number, so therefore you again encircle it, and also the other 2 you also encircle it. That means when you encircle a number, that's the end of the line. Okay, you have already reached the prime factor at least for this line. Okay, so let's go to 6. What are the other what are the factors of 6? So you have 2 and 3. Okay, so 2 again is already a prime number, so you encircle 2, and 3 also is another prime number. Okay, so you circle that. So therefore, all those numbers that you have encircled, these are all the prime factors of the number 48. So let's do a summary. Okay, so what are the factors of 48? Okay, so therefore 48 is equal to 1. I always want you to write the 1. 1 is always a factor of any number, right? So let's just start with 1. With any number, let's always start with 1. Okay, and then let's write all the other factors that you have gotten from the factor tree. Okay, so you have the first one, the one here, the one that where the circle turns red, that's 2, and then the next one will be the 2 beside that, and then the next one, okay, is another 2, the next one, which is also another 2, and the last one is 3. Okay, so therefore the prime factors of 48 are, or 48 is equal to 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, so I'd like you to learn how to do this last. Another number. Let's try number 24. Okay, again, let's think of any two factors that will equal 24 when you multiply them. So for me, I'd like to try 4 and 6. Okay, so 4 you can still factor into 2 and 2. And since 2 is already a prime number, you encircle that. And how about 6? 6, you also have factors 2 and 3, and they're both prime, so we encircle that. And of course, the first two is also prime number, so you also encircle that. So these three circled numbers here are the prime factors of the number 24. So again, at the bottom, let's write the summary. So let's always start with 1, because 1 again is a factor of any number. And then let's write all the numbers that you have encircled above. Okay, so these are the prime factors of 24. 1. Okay, so let's try 56. Can you think of any two numbers that you can multiply to each other? Or, I'm sorry, can you think of any two factors that will equal to 56? Guess for me, I'll try 8 and 7. Alright, so 8 you can still factor as 4 and 2. And 2 is already prime, so let's encircle that. And then 4, you can factor it with 2 and 2. And they're both primes, so let's encircle that. And then let's go to the other part of the tree, which is 7. And since 7 is a prime number, you encircle that. Alright, so this is the summary of 56 equals 1. Again, let's always start with 1 times all the numbers that you have encircled. So there are 3 number 2's and 1 7. So these are the following numbers are the prime factors of 56. Alright, so I'd like you to work on some more problems of that and practice a lot of this exercise. And you may also want to try this interactive game and the website Math Playground. And well, I have written here the website, and you can just click on the prime factorization of number 1. So let's work on that. Alright, have fun.